So it's not a surprise that Pete Hegseth was confirmed by the Senate on Friday. Republicans have a slim majority in the Senate and could only allow for three defections or three no votes for his confirmation. And that's exactly what they got. They got two that were expected, Murkowski and Collins. And one that was a little bit of a surprise was former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who also voted no. But before we give him any credit for actually having a spine, he probably realized that even with a no vote, that would make it 50-50, and Hegseth would be confirmed based on J.D. Vance's vote as president of the Senate. And that's exactly what happened. So, you know, Donald Trump has the right to pick who he wants to be in his cabinet. The question is whether or not this was the right choice for Secretary of Defense. And the answer is absolutely not. There were so many people probably more qualified to be Secretary of Defense. He didn't have the resume. He actually, in terms of job experience, ran a couple of very small nonprofits, very small nonprofits, which by all accounts he didn't do a very good job. He was also accused of sexual assault, which he denies, and he was also accused of being an alcoholic, which he denies. And I don't know if he did it or not, but the very fact that he was accused of those things and the very fact that he has very little experience that would lend us to believe that he can run a 3 million strong organization, the most powerful military in the world and the third largest in the world, who would honestly believe that this guy could actually do it? Yet he was confirmed by the Senate. And this is not about politics, because I know the first thing Republicans are going to say is that, oh, you know, it's just about you don't want a conservative to be confirmed. But in reality, we saw what happened with Matt Gaetz, right? His nomination was withdrawn because he was an absolute terrible pick to be the AG. So much so, obviously, he had Democrats that didn't support him, but he had Republicans, his own peers, who wouldn't support him. And Marco Rubio, who was nominated to be Secretary of State, was confirmed unanimously by both Democrats and Republicans because they all realized that whether you like his politics or not, he was qualified to do the job. But Hegseth, he's the guy. And if there's any nomination that proves DEI is absolutely necessary, this is the one. It's a case of another white guy getting a shot at a job that he didn't deserve, and Trump ignored so many people that would have been better picks, like Joni Ernst, who's a veteran herself. If he wanted to pick someone, should have picked her. But he picks Hegseth. And this is why it's almost understandable that white men have to be forced to give other people opportunities at jobs, because if you leave it to them, they won't do it. And that's the case that we have here. So, in an administration that says it's all about merit, Hegseth's nomination and eventual confirmation proves that it's not about merit at all. I'm sorry to say. And, you know, if it is about merit, then don't be afraid to compete. Give other people opportunities, and I guarantee you someone more qualified than Pete Hegseth would have gotten the job. About time we woke up, America.